It's just a matter of popping that spring out and the whole thing comes out. You'll recall a while back how we had a blown bulb in the Volvo and pulled out the bulb and ordered a new one. And a lot of stuff has happened in the meantime, so it's never been replaced, but it's now time to do that job. Let's look at how easy that actually is. We ordered a bunch of stuff and Amazon smiled upon us, but the job was never completed, and the package has remained unopened since, you can see that or not, but 2012, so that's a while ago. Here's what we got. We got the Nava Everlife bulbs and the Turtle Wax headlight restorer kit. We'll do that job. Possibly not today. So the first part is pulling out that whole assembly, and you saw how easy that was. It's just those two pins, one here and one here. Then the whole headlight assembly pops out. And the headlight bulb goes in here. So what is important to do is to not handle the glass on these, and with that in mind I have gloves. Apparently the sweat, oil, whatever contaminants on your hand can cause a hot spot on the glass. There's only one way they're going to go in because of this notch here. Then the spring clip goes back down over the top to hold it on, and this plug then will reconnect. Just before we reassemble, let's just make sure it works. Pretty hard against that sunlight, but you can see that's fixed. Let's put it back together. There's a couple of pins to locate. Once you've done that, it pushes in. The longer one of these goes towards the back, shorter one to the front. So this bulb is still good, so we'll just keep it as a spare, so we won't handle that one. This actually has a cover to go with it. Missing on the other side. Let's see, it works. Job done. Today, apart from enjoying a cuppa, we're going to take a look at those headlights. That's the right hand side one. And that's the left. I think the right hand side one is probably the worst. What we will do though, in the interest of checking the efficacy of the product, we'll just do one and then we'll compare it with the other. Now you can skip straight to the actual cleaning if you like, but I just want to run through the stuff that's in here. Not sure exactly why they've given me a glove. And what we have is spray lubricant. Not exactly sure. Not exactly sure what purpose this serves, but it's good. It's reassuring to have it just in case. A lens clarifying compound, some things, a lens sealing wipe, and a lens base coat. And you can probably hear that my translator is telling the neighbours about it in dog language. So, listen to her. Always best to read the directions. So you wash the headlight lens to remove surface dirt. Tip: use masking tape to protect surrounding paint surfaces. Apply lens clarifying compound, this stuff, to a cotton cloth, which I don't have, and rub over entire lens using firm pressure. And buff with a clean terry cloth. So let's go and get some tape and a cloth. And here's the. What are you up to? Here's the translator. Here, what are you doing, Millie? What are you doing? What are you up to? Here's the translator. She's been helping with the translation. You got another camera. Yeah, you are. You are. You're big. Oh boy. Okay, I think it's time to go and get that cloth and masking tape. It'd be very rare to see a masking job quite as neat as that. First step is to use this lens clarifying compound and rub it on with firm pressure. then buff with a clean cloth. That's an improvement already, but I think we'll move to step 2, which is to use some of the other stuff. And it says here to apply that spray lubricant, so it does actually have a purpose, to the green polishing pad. So it said on the first side to rub in one direction, flip the pad and rub in the opposite direction, as in up and down rather than side to side. Now this is to use the second pad. It's important to keep this wet, treat it as a wet and dry. Millie's meanwhile is still letting the neighbours know each step as we make it. So now we dry lens with that cotton cloth. Now you can see it's a bit hazy, but I think that's what you get when you buff with sandpaper. So already you can see an improvement. It's still a little hazy, but I think that with the application of the base coat wipe, a lot of that haze should disappear. Compared to this one, and we'll start on that now. So a huge difference really, I suppose, between the original and this. And on the right hand side, I'll just see if I can get Millie's opinion on that. Well, we got a tail wag, so I'm guessing that's about as good as it gets. What I think we ought to do is take off this masking tape. Bit of a shame since it's so artistically applied, but take it off, give them a wash to make sure there's no residue left. Take it for a drive and then come back and apply that base coat stuff. On to the last part now, and this is the base coat, and then followed by the sealing wipe. Let's do these next couple of steps quickly. I believe that once you've done this base coat, it'll clear a lot of the haze, and the sealing wipe then will seal it against future hazing for a period of time. So just using the glove, and we'll do both lenses, but you'll only really see this one happening. So it says to let it dry, so let's give it a few minutes. It's been about 10 minutes, so this is the last step, this lens sealing wipe. So we'll leave that to dry. That's the right hand side one, but I actually think that the best one is this, the left hand side. It looks really, really good. Now compare that with how it was. And this with how it was. That was yesterday, and after applying the base coat and the sealant and letting it dry for 24 hours, this is what we end up with. You'll hear in the background that Millie's translating it into Doglish. Has it met my expectations? Well, almost. I'd say it's an 11 times improvement. But could that be because my expectations were too high, or the product is not as good as it says it is? Well, who really cares? It's actually far better. I'm happy with it. Thanks for watching.